And welcome to another edition of East LA Sports. And as we're back in the community here at our home base, the Boyle Heights Technology and Youth Center, bringing you EastLASportsScene.com. Yes, we are on the website, and we've been absent maybe a month or so, but here we come back with another topic and with, of course, a great program to serve our community and to serve our youth, and that's both boys and girls, and the sport happens to be basketball. So if you're college, high school, pro fan, supporter, you maybe have played yourself, or you have ideas of playing at that point in college or in the pros. This is going to be a story about the East Los Angeles Youth Basketball Club, and we're going to be introducing the CEO and, of course, one of the head coaches of the program, Mr. George Contreras, and we want to welcome him into our program and to the set right now. George, how are you?
Fine, thank you. It's very nice to be here with East LA Sports Scene. Big fan. Followed you for a long time.
Thank you very much.
Very happy to be here.
Thank you, George. And I'm going to intertwine George and, of course, Coach, because it's so common for me to respect the coaches as well. But you are doing a tremendous job with the club, and it's been a very, very good opening for the community now to access you and find out more about your program. And let's talk about the club first, Coach, and how it started and where you are now for this summer and the projections for the future.
Okay, so we started the club just over a year ago out of Garfield High School. And what we wanted to do is open up a gym to train maybe 15 kids.
Okay.
And as we started, our numbers went up to 25 and 30, we went up to 60. So we had a really good turnout.
Okay.
Our goal was mainly a development club to send them off to play, be it travel, high school, with, of course, the goal to send them off to college.
Yes.
We had a really good turnout, and we continue to have a broad, we cover a broad area. As far as the East Los Angeles, we have other kids from other cities coming to us as well. Our main focus is development, to send them off and wherever they want to play.
Okay. Lots of ground to cover here, Coach, because I want to put our viewers in the position of either a parent who has a son or daughter that wants to join. Might you be able to give a description of the mechanics of how to register, join, and types of practices and days of operation?
Yes, thank you for that. So we practice out of Garfield High School on Mondays and Fridays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay. We have 8 two-hour sessions per month. They can come. It's a free trial session, so there's no obligation.
Okay.
And they'll participate in the program. And so we basically do ball handling, shooting, decision-making, anything that entails, playing basketball. So they can come and register. They can also find us online at East LA Basketball Club.
Okay.
Facebook, East Los Angeles Basketball Club, and as well as Instagram, social media. So.
Okay. So if I'm picking up on that vibration that I'm interested, can I come in person and bring my son or daughter to
yes,
to join, or at least try out? Or
yes, we encourage them to just walk into the gym and ask for any of the coaches, and they can see pretty much who the coaches are. And we'll put them into the drills. We'll welcome them, explain what we do and what we're about, and they can come right in and try it out.
Okay.
And we welcome them. That's how we've got most of our members.
Okay. And again, being inquisitive, parking, if I'm going to be that parent that maybe comes from a little further out, maybe from San Gabriel or from West LA, South, wherever they're seeing this message, so will they be welcomed?
Yes. We welcome, people from all over Southern California. And the parking situation, Garfield High School has been great.
Okay.
At supporting the program. We are there for the community, and they've been great. They've opened up the gates so we can park in their parking lot, as well as there's plenty of parking outside in the street, right outside the gym.
And, of course, the equipment. Of course, basketball being a very, as they would say, affordable program, cost-wise. Other than the registration, bring your own shoes, trunks, gear, so to speak?
Yeah, so their exercise gear, and we'll provide everything else as far as like a basketball. But if they have their own basketball, we do encourage them to bring a basketball.
Okay.
That always helps. It's important that we have enough basketballs because we do a lot of 2 basketball drills.
Okay.
And that always helps when they have their own basketball.
And again, what's also important is it's co-ed. As you mentioned,
it is.
both boys and girls who have the passion for the game. We want to keep that passion with these youngsters as they grow up and continue on to play, as you said, and as you mentioned, to go beyond high school, maybe to college, junior college, and who knows, maybe one day in the pros.
Yes, definitely, and that's a very important point. Yes, we are co-ed, and we want to serve boys and girls, and we go from ages 5 up to 15 for development.
Okay. Now, it is a club, and in terms of the structure, parents are also invited to become volunteers. Would you kind of give them, the parents, an opportunity to also participate?
Yes, definitely, and we welcome parents. We have great parents, and we've been very fortunate. We got great kids, and the parents have been extremely great, extremely helpful, and they have volunteered. So we do a little bit of fundraising. They're very good at participating in the fundraising part of it, volunteering their time to coach and step in and give us a hand. And a lot of our parents, because their kids do play basketball, are also ex-basketball players themselves.
Oh, okay. So the love and the understanding and the passion for the game is already there with the parents, so that's great to know, because this is a very important time for the children to realize that there's so many opportunities to advance yourself individually, personally, team-wise, and then who knows, a chance to travel and see the world. That was my particular blessing from the Lord, to be able to play the game, get a college scholarship, University of San Diego, and try out back in the old ABA days, but almost made it. But they liked my games, and they said, let's send you over to the Philippines, Rico, for a year, season up and come back. And lo and behold, I was able to travel the world just in that 1 year. So the game, and even today you see the NBA pros extolling and praising the fact that this game has done miracles for them in their lives, and their families are well taken care of, and they're very accomplished and very satisfied. So dreams are very big, and I'm sure you're going to continue it as a club to develop those players that of course want to see their full potential. But going back to the club, Coach, would there be chances for games?
We do
play?
travel. Yes, we do travel within the club, and that is, we have a girls team, 12 years old, and we also have a boys team, 12-year-old boys team. Okay. And like you said, we use basketball to teach them about life. And the goal is to send them off to college, and we teach them the importance of, being great in school, or the importance of academics. Also, how to conduct themselves in the community. Character. We do a lot of the character stuff. Definitely. Respect for law enforcement. Oh, yes. So we're it was very interesting, because we brought a coach over from Canada who trains in Europe. And his observation of our club was, you set out to build a development club, but you built a community. Yes. And that's when he saw how involved everybody was.
Well, this has put, I want to believe, to say our community on the same footing as with Pop Warner. This is the first time we have really seen a club bearing the name of East Los Angeles in front of it as a youth club, in this particular case, basketball. We do know about the Bobcats and other Pop Warner, and say here, the Wolfpack. So this is good that we are now seeing the development and the growth of the club, the East LA Youth Basketball Club. So we're very, very happy to see that, Coach, and brings a lot of smiles to my face, because at the adult level, I'm still working with my league at Hollenbeck on Saturdays, and who knows, maybe in the near future, when they finish school, at some point they might come and play under my Latin American basketball league.
And I played in your league too, so it's come full circle. And we do encourage them to go off to college, finish college. Absolutely. My dream is to hand off the club, and hopefully we're in a bigger and better place, and I hand off the club to one of our players, and they can graduate from college and be a professional, also volunteer their time and take over.
Okay. Now, the situation here now, what we're going to do, Coach, is break away just for a moment, come back and learn a little bit more about you personally, but also we're going to bring in the players. They're here as well, and a parent, Mr. Alex Hernandez. Right?
Alex Hernandez.
And we're going to talk a little bit more, because it takes the family and the village to keep a club going, because as you mentioned, there's fundraisers, It does not run just on the registration fee, but you need to have an operational fund as well.
Yes.
So we're going to get into those things in just a moment. But we want to remind our viewers that you're watching East LA Sports Scene, and it's our presentation of the East Los Angeles Basketball, the Youth Club. And we're speaking with the CEO and one of the head coaches and mentors, George Contreras. We'll be right back. Don't go away. And here we are back talking hoops, talking basketball. In my opinion, the most watched, most loved game in the world. And I'm probably going to get some critics from soccer, we understand that, and baseball, but this is our passion right here. At this moment in time, the East Los Angeles Basketball, the youth club here, speaking with George Contreras. And George, you're at the helm of this wonderful club, and we want to see it grow and just flourish. But it takes a village, as we mentioned, and parents to be able to come in and perhaps be even organized.
Yes.
To do the fundraising, because you're going to need equipment, travel, all those things come into play.
Yes.
Might there be a board or a committee?
Yes, there is
Okay.
a board.
Okay.
There's a board. Right now, the board does consist of our coaches, but we do welcome, people with some type of experience or who have an honest interest in the development of our youth.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And for fundraising purposes, because we really met just recently at a community, I want to say a club, not a, what do you call it, a gathering where you took the kids to the Sparks game.
Yes.
And it was very recent. So that is important. And we also know that Nike, the community store on Whittier, had a special event for you, I think maybe a month or two ago. And that's very important. So you're gaining the attention of organizations that want to reach out to you and have your players and your family members come to their events. Talk a little bit about both those.
Yes, and their support is very important. We have been, the LA Sparks have been great, offering tickets. Some of our kids also attended some of their basketball camps, and they've been amazing. The East Los Angeles Community Store as well, fantastic. They had us, they hosted a banquet for us. And they have a very nice brand new basketball court behind their store. I don't know if everybody knows that.
Okay.
And they've been very, very supportive. They've been great with the kids and very helpful with the club. California Highway Patrol, East Los Angeles Station has also been out. They recognize the club for their work in the community, all our coaches. But the support from these organizations is very important. We've also had small businesses, reach out and give us a little bit. We enjoy when these companies come out and these people come out. They can stop by, make a donation, and and they get to witness the immediate impact that donation makes on the kids. Because we make sure we turn it around in the form of equipment or some type of apparel or something like that.
And one last quick question about the parents that come in, because they're the driving force. They want their children in this program, and as you know, it costs money. Maybe not a ton of money, but some expenses are just automatic. You have to have them. Might there be a committee of fundraising parents, a group of parents that want to focus just on that?
We are working on that. We don't have the committee set up yet, but we are working on that. So basically, the way it works right now is there's a small membership fee, and that goes to pay for our gym time, which we get from the Los Angeles Unified School District. So we turn around and we pay that. So there is no profit as far as from our part. No coach. Our coaches are volunteers as well as myself, and we have a great coaching staff. We have a great coaching staff with experience in basketball. So
well, East LA Sports Scene, we want to be part of your sponsorship group as well, or your supporters group, because this is a tremendous story that needs to circulate and, as they say, digest and be absorbed and understood by our community. That now, for the first time, we see a club here in a community, and they do not have to go to San Gabriel. They do not have to go to Hollywood or, to other locations to get their children into a very solid program. And Coach, one last question on that: the phone numbers, other than I know your website is up. You said that, but is there a contact number?
The website is up. We're on social media. Also, my phone number is the phone number that we can be reached at is 323 395-1736. Any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer any questions anybody may have.
And we're going to put that up on our banner during the editing part of the
Okay.
program. Coach, it's about time now here. We're going to go into your personal profile, and then we're going to begin to bring in some of the players, and then we'll come in with Mr. Hernandez towards the end of the program. But, Coach, on your profile here, early phases of your upbringing, let's talk about that because you're very solid in the community.
Yes. So I grew up in the Boyle Heights, East Los Angeles area.
Okay.
And, I attended the Euclid Elementary School, Reagan Elementary School, Stevenson Middle.
Wow.
And played football and basketball at Garfield High School,
Okay.
where we met.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And let's see here. You mentioned all the schools, football, basketball, and then let's talk about your educational background and degrees.
So I graduated from East Los Angeles College.
Okay.
And, so that's the advice that I give the kids. When I graduated from East LA College and my employer found out,
Mm-hmm.
there was immediately they offered me more opportunities. So
Wonderful.
definitely we encourage the college education.
Okay. And let's see now, professional career, some positions that you're holding in
So,
current job.
I am a distribution supervisor for the Los Angeles Unified School District.
Wow,
So
that's big.
everything that goes out to the schools, we
Okay. All
we're
right.
involved
And as we mentioned, the Chief Executive Officer or CEO, East Los Angeles Basketball Club. But I put a youth club in there, youth basketball. But that's really the focus
Yes.
of the club, and it's youth orientated, very, very, very much so. Coach, one of the questions I always ask is the motivation, the people, the persons behind you that guided you into the man you are today, from a boy up to the man.
My dad,
Okay.
and big influence, hard worker, tough guy.
Yeah.
Also my high school football Coach Steve Robinson,
Ah.
very, very well known in the community.
Yes.
Always taught us to at some point turn around and give back. And
Yes.
I've been very fortunate with the club to be able to do that.
Well, couldn't have had a better coach or mentor or a friend. He became a friend to his players, as we've known, those of us that know Garfield football. I know Coach Robinson. I've certainly had the outstanding privilege to know him and talk to him and interview him as he coached some very, very great Garfield football teams.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Now, when you're not doing work and you're not doing mentoring or coaching or handling some affairs at the club, favorite categories, your college or pro teams?
College basketball, definitely college basketball.
Okay.
I like the excitement. I like the pace.
Okay.
UCLA.
Ah, you're a Bruin. Favorite players
Favorite players
at any level? At any level.
At any level. Kevin Garnett.
Okay.
I like Kevin Garnett because I like what his teammates said about him. When he went to the Celtics, they said they thought they were already working hard, but when Kevin Garnett arrived, he changed the entire culture.
Yes.
And
Okay.
what an impact.
Big, huge player, big difference maker. Absolutely. Now, relaxing, Coach, you're at home or going to a movie. You like documentaries.
Documentaries.
Okay. Anyone's in particular that you like?
I'm interested in people's stories, so
Okay.
I enjoy watching documentaries about
Okay.
people's stories.
One that I'm not going to throw a curveball at you, but it's recently been out of the news, The Classic. I don't know if you heard about that
Yes.
particular documentary. Any feedback on that one?
I think I haven't seen it.
Okay.
But I do want the team to experience it.
Ah,
The way it touches on not only the game itself, but the lives behind
Yes.
the players. So.
And of course, we know it obviously and lovingly as the Classic, but for those from the outside, it would have, of course, been the East LA Classic, and that, of
Yes.
course, means the Roosevelt Garfield football game.
Yes.
And I think the reviews are in. It seems to be doing well, but they haven't got the distributions going on it yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite music?
Favorite music, hip hop. Hip hop music.
Okay.
The way it's influenced people, a culture. The way it drives an economy.
Yes.
I like the business part behind hip hop music.
It's exploding. It's off the chart, as they
Yes.
say. And let's see, book or authors?
The Alchemist.
Okay.
The Alchemist, and it's kind of parallels our story as far as the basketball club.
Okay.
It's a series of events that have triggered us running into different people, and that have continued have helped us continue on this path.
Oh, great.
And like we've met you.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Coach. And favorite music artists or actors?
Jay-Z,
Okay.
business part of hip hop, what he does
Okay.
behind not only
Okay.
his albums, but
All right.
his business.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break here now. We're going to bring Coach or Mr. Contreras back at the end of the program for some final words. So don't go away. We're going to come back with some of the players here, and they have a lot to say here. But we're going to bring it all down into a condensed form where we get them on camera, let them speak to their friends, their family, and their teammates and club members. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more of East LA Sports Scene. And we're back here on East LA Sports Scene speaking with members now of the East Los Angeles Youth Basketball Club. And that youth is interchangeable, but it is a club. And we're going to now speak with some of the members of that team or that club and just get a little bit of background on each one of them. So first up is going to be?
Hi, my name is Michael Ramirez, and I'm age 12.
Oh, no, okay. Keep that, Mike. I'm gonna hold it on you for a second, all right? Mike, the school you go to?
Brooklyn Middle School
Okay. And how long have you been playing basketball?
since I was 3.
Ah. And because of family members or you?
My dad.
Ah, okay.
He's encouraged me to chase my dreams.
All right. And you're now in the club, so to speak. Your thoughts on being part of it and your visions for the near future of being in the club?
I hope I could learn from better experiences from my coach and my teammates. It's a really great club. It's fun. It teaches us many strategies and counters and everything in basketball.
Okay. And apart from being a basketball player, you're a student, of course, at Brooklyn. Some of the the classes and subjects you like?
Math, and I like math and English.
Okay. And if you're not able to make it to the pros or beyond, you might want to be in your walk of life.
Engineering
Okay.
and technology.
Engineering is very broad. Which kind of engineering? The architects or builders?
Builders.
Okay. And computers?
Computers, coding, creating apps.
Whoa. And are you learning that in school right now?
I was taking summer classes at Cal State.
Wow. Oh, that's very, very good. Okay. With the future designs, maybe of writing applications, or you said coding. That's very important as well.
Yeah. So, a little.
Okay. This Friday, will you guys be working on anything in particular in the club?
Our shots, getting as much shots as we can, as many reps too.
Okay. And then quickly on your favorite sides of the coin, some of your players that you follow.
Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson.
Okay.
That's all.
Anybody current right now?
No, not right now.
Okay. So, wow, it's a very strong list. Too bad we can't see them play anymore, but they
Yeah.
were all certainly one of a kind in their time and era. And let's see, what about reading books on the side or music? Anything you do to relax?
I listen to hip hop, rap. Sometimes I read.
Okay. Movies sometimes?
Hmm
Concerts?
I haven't been to one.
Okay. Your family, though, is very outgoing, right? They take you
Yes.
around?
Hmm
Okay. And again, Michael Ramirez, he wears number 2 on his jersey right here for the club. And we're going to come back maybe with a final word with Michael, as we're going to do for all 3. But now let's go to your teammate, to your clubmate, Jordan Morales. Okay. And Jordan, I just introduced you. Thanks for being
Yes.
on the show.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great to be
And
here.
thank you. Let's talk about the school you go to.
Oh, I go to school Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Okay. Very close to the center here,
Yes,
correct?
very close.
Okay. And what grade are you in?
I'm in the 7th grade.
Okay, and when did you really feel that you wanted to compete and be a basketball player?
Well, I started playing basketball when I was 4, but I really wanted to I started wanting to be a real basketball player,
Mhm.
at the age of 11.
Okay, of course, you watched a lot of basketball, maybe saw it played, at maybe the Laker game or Clipper game, correct, or UCLA or a college game, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so that inspired you to want to play the game, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, and at this point in time in the club, how are you doing, and how is the program helping you?
Well, the program has helped me increase better on my shot. I have a better shot because before I wasn't really a shooter, and now I've gotten better, and I've started taking more shots. I've been more confident.
Okay, and the confidence factor is you're gaining more of that, correct?
Yes. Right.
Okay, teamwork as well, discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how long have you been a member of the club?
I've been a member of the club about 4 months.
Okay.
Or 5.
All right, and you like some of the extracurricular activities that the coaches and the parents are taking you on?
Yeah, I enjoy them.
Talk a little bit about each one.
Well, the activities we do as a team, we go to the Sparks game.
Mhm.
Those are fun.
Sure.
And on Saturday we went to a fight.
Ah.
We've seen them at the Forum.
Oh, okay. Sure. Any other, say, trips out of the city to an event that was special? And maybe going to see a team play or a game somewhere?
Well, the one we've been to is the Sparks game.
Okay. All right. And let's see, now the schools, Our Lady of Guadalupe, some of the favorite subjects and classes you have.
My favorite subject is PE. And
Okay.
Yeah, my favorite subject is PE. I enjoy it because it's gotten more physical.
Okay. And then quickly looking into your future, supposing we see you at age 18 or 19, you just finished high school, and you're still playing, you want to continue to compete, where might you want to go?
Well, I would want to continue because my dream is to be in the NBA.
Okay.
And the college I want to go to, I haven't really thought about it yet.
Okay. And the position that you're playing now?
The position I'm playing is center
Okay.
and power forward.
Okay. Very, very important positions, of course. So
Yeah.
your favorite players?
My favorite player is LeBron James because he never gives up.
Oh, okay. And he's a champion, of course.
Yeah, he
okay.
is.
Anyone in college? Favorite?
In college, no.
Okay.
No, not.
All right. And then when you're relaxing, just like I asked Mike, music, movies, things you like to do?
I like to listen to music, hip hop, rap,
Okay.
and my favorite type of movies are action movies.
Okay.
Mm.
Favorite actors in action movies?
No, I have a lot.
The Fast and the Furious? Maybe all those guys? And, actors and actresses?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is good. You follow that to relax and keep your mind healthy, as they say, not just to focus all the time on one thing. And you're growing up, of course.
Yes.
Right. Okay, now let's go over to your teammate, number 23, and that's going to be Mr. Joseph Garcia. Joe, how are you doing today?
Good.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thanks for coming. This is a very, very enlightening situation for us to bring you to our viewers and present your club, the East LA Youth Basketball Club, to the community. And let's talk about the time that you've been in the club.
Mm-hmm. Well, he welcomed me really good, George, and he just helped me life lessons and stuff.
Okay.
And I think he changed the way I actually pay attention to things.
Okay. Okay. So I'm hearing discipline and focus and concentration, right?
Yeah.
Those are three things you're going to need to hear. You will be hearing from your coaches wherever you go, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, at least you're getting a start on that right now. And let's see, for the school, it's very interesting. Kip Soul Academy.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it's a really good school because they take things seriously. So academics, you need to try your best no matter what. And if you feel like you're gonna give up, ask for advice.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you won't get nervous because everybody around you is trying to help you
Okay.
all the time.
And let's talk about some of your subjects at school, the classes you like.
I like math. I like just trying new things, in algebra and stuff like that.
Okay. And being a member of the club, your thoughts and your feelings now, as you've been in it, you find more, how would you call it, camaraderie with your club members. Talk about that.
Well, they were really welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
I was a new person.
Okay.
So they just said hi, and then just like joke around and stuff like that
Okay.
to
Uh,
get like friends.
I also want to bring in the attitude and the relationship that your parents have with you, bringing you to the club. Talk about how it's impacted them as well.
Yeah, it's helped them by like being around and like getting advice, like how to like work better.
Okay. And he gets them out to bring you to the practice, of course.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. Now, let's talk about your position that you're in right now, okay? The playing position.
Oh, I play small forward and power forward, and
Okay.
sometimes center.
Okay. So I noticed in both of you, you're taller, and there's going to possibly be a growth period.
Yeah.
Anyone in your family that's very...
Yeah, I have a lot of family members that are like
They're tall?
over 6'1", like
Okay.
6'2".
Okay. And right now, what skills are you really working on, and the skills you need to get better at?
Probably my footwork and trying to get my shot better to become like a killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. We want to see that.
Yeah.
Okay. In a good way. All right. In a good way. Dominate the opposition. Now, let's talk also about some of the favorites on your list.
I like Shaq a lot.
Okay.
His personality and stuff, and Kobe a lot. I like his game.
Okay.
And right now, I know he hasn't played in the NBA, but I like the way he changes the game, like Lonzo.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
he leads his team really good. I see him.
And of course, we're speaking of the one and only number 2 draft choice for the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball. Yeah, he's going to make an impact. He's going to have definitely a good career in the NBA. So he's got all the markings of a great player and a good pick by the Lakers. Okay, and I should have asked this question maybe earlier, but where did you decide, or when did you decide that you wanted to play basketball and
I
stay
think-
with basketball?
Probably just recently till I joined the club, because the way coach, like, he teaches the way basketball and he teaches life lessons and stuff.
Okay. And right now, I'll throw this question to you. For those of your friends and those of individuals who are not part of the club yet, see this and they have ambitions and ideas they want to join, how would you recommend them to step forward?
Join because it's a good opportunity for you to learn to play basketball and just get better and play, and the coach will teach you, and you could gain a relationship with him.
Okay. All right. So that's the word that's out there right now. And with that, we're going to take another break here on this segment. We finished segment number 2. We've been speaking with Michael Ramirez. He is number 1 on your program. And number 2, we spoke with Jordan Morales. And finally finishing up with Joseph Garcia.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being part of East LA Sports Scene tonight. And we look forward to coming out to a practice and seeing you guys there and seeing you, as they say, get to work.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, we're going to come back in a moment with more of East LA Sports Scene as we focus on the East LA Basketball Club, and we emphasize the youth club in this instance. Okay? We'll be back. Don't go away. More to come. East LA Sports Scene. And welcome back as we continue with our program here tonight, focusing on the East Los Angeles Basketball Club. How appropriate would it be to bring in a parent, okay, that can speak for the program and has 2 children, 2 boys that are going to be part or are part of the program, and we speak now with Alex Hernandez. Alex,
Nice to meet you,
¿cómo
Rico,
estás? Good
again.
to see you. Of course, been a long time.
Yeah.
However, paths do cross; they may separate, but at some point in life, the good Lord wills it to happen, and it does happen. Here we are again, talking about a very, very strong part of our life, a passion in our life is basketball. And Alex, let's talk about yourself very quickly as a parent, what it means to have your 2 sons in this program.
Yeah. I grew up in East LA. I know Garfield High School very well. I graduated from Salesian High School myself. Once we found out about the basketball program, it was one of the things that I was very interested in,
Okay.
especially for the boys.
Sure.
A couple of boys that you had here earlier, they go to Our Lady Guadalupe,
Yes.
which is a school that I volunteer as the athletic director.
Ah,
So
interesting.
finding out about the program was just a great way to get most of those kids there.
Okay.
Boys and girls to attend.
Okay.
And again, knowing that it's a great skill development program, it's one of the best things that has come around to East LA.
This is very, very encouraging because now for the parents that are just getting wind or becoming aware of the club, growth, right off the bat. People
Correct.
are going to want to come and experience it themselves. Your advice and your counseling to those parents and with kids that want
Yeah.
to come forward.
Yeah, we've again. I spread the word to a lot of the parents at the school where I volunteer, and a lot of the kids have shown up there.
Okay.
And again, it's a great tool for the kids to develop, and it's just a great release. And again, what I've always stressed to the kids as well as the parents is that you want to be able to balance both the sport that you love, and education.
Yes.
So you want to be able to get do well in school, and also do well in your sports program.
And I'm picking up, and I'm getting the vibration, the sense that it's not only for the sport itself; it's about maybe some academics
Oh yeah, yeah.
put in there as well, so that if the players or the club members need some tutoring or some extra class work
Well,
help, you'll be able to help them with that.
That's one thing that as Coach George, that we always stress, and all his coaches, is that they have to do well in school. Okay, because if they don't do well in school, then the parents are not going to allow them to go to the club. And that's one thing that we stress. And that's
Yes.
one thing we always want to do for them is get them to a good high school and eventually get them into college.
Yes.
So that they can do well
Okay.
later on.
And Alex, your satisfaction now because you get to see your children
Right.
actually working out and participating in the club, and some expectations not only that you have, but they have now that they're getting more organized. Talk a little bit about that.
Again, it's the whole thing is for the kids to develop. Basketball is one of the best sports because it's a great conditioning sport, along with soccer. But it's obviously basketball is it's a smaller court, and it's great for stay in shape. You got to be a good runner,
Yeah.
but you also have to be physically strong because
Yes.
it's a demanding sport. It's not a football, but it is a sport that's contact, and the kids learn that. And they've been doing well. Our
Okay.
kids, the kids that were here, and the group of kids that we have here today, they know that it's challenging.
Yes.
And Coach George does one good thing that he brings out the best in the kids.
Yes.
Okay.
And as you said in our opening dialogue here, it was maybe 15, and then it doubled, maybe 25 to 30. And
Yes.
at this point, can you give us an estimate
Yeah,
of
you
the
know,
count?
I can, right now in the summer that we're having, there's probably a couple of kids out on vacation that haven't shown up. But even with that, I would say he gets about 30 kids.
Okay.
But there's been a time where there was quite a few kids.
Sure.
And there was about 4 or 5 coaches helping out in the whole gym.
Okay.
It's a good-sized gym, but there's a lot of kids that show up, and that's a
Okay.
great thing. It's just the word of mouth, and we
Okay.
want to continue to grow that.
Yes.
Get more kids in, especially from the East LA area.
Yes, and again, as Coach George mentioned, it's open to those anyone
Correct.
that would like to participate or become part of the club.
Correct. And you know,
Okay.
it's offered Mondays and Fridays from 6 to 8, which is a great time.
Okay.
It's right before, like on a school day.
Okay.
You're done by 8 o'clock. Good time to go home, freshen up,
Okay.
and get ready to go to bed.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's great.
And I'll just pose this question for you, Alex. That if I were a parent out there and I had a skill, maybe in fundraising or in perhaps in PE or some other skill that I could render to the club, how would they get in touch with you?
Coach George has mentioned a phone number
Okay,
and the
we're gonna give
website
that.
that we have.
Okay.
And it's basically, if you have it in you to volunteer, any way that you could, obviously we'll accept that.
Okay.
You know, I know right now we have a travel team for the boys.
Okay.
And we have a couple tournaments already under our belt,
Okay.
and the kids are doing well.
Okay.
And we're looking for more tournaments for them to get into,
Okay.
and just the cost of that, just
Okay.
to assist us in that.
And just one other factor I want to put in here now for the females, for the ladies, young girls. Can you speak a little bit about how they are being embraced and engaged once they come into the program?
Again, the program is co-ed, boys and girls young and up to about 15. There was a young lady that attended, kind of very green to the sport, but after being there for, I think she's maybe 4 or 5 months already, her skills have really taken off. So now she's moving on to high school,
Okay.
and we're hoping that skill level that she
Yes,
learned
yes.
is going to be able to take it, go to high school, play the sport, you know. So it's a great development.
And that's what I'm liking when I hear you talk about the success factor, because they must develop at this level to really be competent and competitive
Correct.
at the next level. So for all of our viewers who have young boys or young girls of this age, is it 5 to
I think
16?
we still have some young ones.
Some young ones, the
yeah.
chiquitos, some hijos, mijas,
Yeah.
bring them.
And they're young.
And this is always a good time to expose them to organized sports and basketball. Very low cost,
Yeah.
as we mentioned. It doesn't take much. You get a pair of tennis shoes and some trunks and a top.
Right.
But to come on out, and I think I'm seeing some gear for the club.
Yes,
which
that's
is
one of the things that's
yes.
part of our club. Obviously, the cost of the parents that want to have their kids in the
Mm-hmm.
tournament, and Coach George, along with some other parents, were able to get the jerseys full.
Okay.
The home and away type jerseys.
Okay.
The white ones that some of the kids are wearing today.
Okay.
We also have a darker color for
Okay.
in case we happen to be
Okay.
be the away team.
All right.
And that's one thing that kind of gives the name for the program for these kids, and emblazoned with East LA. It's a great thing to see.
Okay. Alex, and we're just going to wrap it up here. Just a couple of your personal questions. Birthplace, I think you mentioned that already. You were born right here and went to the school, following schools. Can you
Yeah,
give me
yeah.
those?
Again, I grew up in East LA. I went to a private school, all the way from grammar school up through high school. I graduated from Salesian High School.
Okay.
I never played college ball, but
Okay.
I did play in high school.
Okay.
Both basketball and baseball, and I love both sports.
Okay.
But I basically, once I was done in college, I went to Santa Barbara, UC Santa Barbara,
Okay.
and I had my background is in mathematics. Okay, so
Wonderful.
as I said, I'm going back, and when I go back to the kids, I want them to make sure that they can have a balance.
Yeah.
Have a balance. If the sports doesn't work out, at least you have a good background in the education.
Yes.
So
Right.
yes, I went
Okay.
to and I worked in the it's the actuarial field. It's a mathematics background.
Oh.
And I worked there for over 25 years.
Okay.
And now I do a lot of my volunteer work at Our Lady of Guadalupe,
Ah.
where some of the kids are going.
So are you in the world of retirement then?
No, I'm not in the world of retirement. I'm just right now
Almost,
little
maybe.
little
Okay,
laid
close.
back
You're
on,
getting,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And persons who had the biggest impact on you as a
Well,
as
my
a person.
parents. I had parents. I come from a big family of 8. So my older siblings
Mm-hmm.
were the ones that were always kind of setting the path
Okay.
for me.
Mhm.
My teachers, obviously, in
Sure.
all the schools, you have good teachers, you have good coaches, and so
Mm-hmm.
on. People who want to get you to that next level of college.
Right.
Okay, and then the coaching staff and so on.
Well, lots and lots of sacrifices in our families, as we all know that mama and papa, without them,
Oh yeah, because
very
it's
difficult.
their effort to keep you in
Yeah.
school and get you to that
course.
next level.
Of course. And of course, we commend you for passing that to
Yeah, and
your
again,
children as well.
It's something that I can give back. Exactly.
On the favorite side, Alex, when you're not involved in the game and coaching and mentoring some teams.
No, I grew up in the Magic Johnson era. So
Okay.
I grew up in Charlottetown. I love the way he played the game.
Okay.
Just seeing the whole court.
Ah.
Yeah, Magic Johnson is my favorite
Okay.
player.
Okay.
And I was my other favorite player. I never really got to watch him is Jerry West.
Ah.
You
just
see, so it's
before.
just, but that's
Yeah.
kind of a little sooner.
Yeah.
And again, I love the sport of basketball.
Okay.
I love to play the game.
Okay.
Once in a while, I still go out there and I play the game.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
Staying fit, of course.
Again, that's one of the sports that's
Okay.
will keep you fit.
Movies. You got to relax, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I like a lot of drama movies.
Okay.
Kind of police detective type movies.
okay.
Okay.
Sure.
But basically, I like to watch sports on TV
Okay.
more when it gets to the playoffs time because that's
Okay.
when the competition is at its best.
Okay. And favorite music, books, authors, anything in that nature?
I like to listen to a lot of jazz.
Oh, very good.
And my favorite band, though, is U2.
Okay. And the music artists you just mentioned, any actors in there?
No particular actors.
Okay.
It's
All right.
again, it's just people who are
Okay.
in drama. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Alex Hernandez, we've had a very good discussion with you and open dialogue. Thank you for coming in and speaking about your participation and your
welcome.
involvement in the club. Thank you for coming. And
Thank
we're
you.
going to speak to your children or
Yeah,
your boys
good.
next, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
This is East LA Sports Scene, getting ready to wrap things up in just a few more minutes. Don't go away. A couple of more players, and then our closing segment with the CEO and I want to call him the head coach of the club, but that's going to be Mr. George Contreras. We'll be right back. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, speaking with Ben Hameen Hernandez, of course, the son of Alex. And Ben, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing very good.
Good. Thanks for coming on to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about your involvement. You've got a T-shirt. We need to just let me hold the mic just for a second, and then let's show our viewers, because we did talk about the gear that's available for being a member of the club. And there it is, East Los Angeles Basketball Club Youth Development. There you see it right there, okay? And Ben, talk about your involvement, your participation, how you feel about being in the program.
Well, I really enjoy being in the program because I started when I was little, and since I started going to the club, I've had more experience,
Okay.
and I've learned more skills.
Okay. And the age that you are now?
Oh, I'm 10.
10. And the school that you go to?
I go to Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Okay. And of course, we just spoke to your dad, Alex, and you've got to be very, very proud of him for being your supporter,
Yes.
right? And making sure you can participate in a program like this. Your thoughts on being with your dad when he brings you to the club for the
Well,
workouts?
Whenever I always get excited to go to the camp because I always enjoy being there,
Okay.
learning more skills to play in the game.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And let's talk about some of the players that you like to watch, whether they're professionals. Lakers, of course, the NBA, WNBA, the women are, of course, doing very well. And anyone else that comes to mind, the players you like to pattern your game
Well,
after?
recent, I like to watch Kevin Durant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I like the Lakers.
Okay.
I like the Warriors as well, but
Okay. And the position you play?
I play a guard,
Okay. And point guard or two guard?
point guard.
Okay. And let's see, because you're so young, when did your dad actually begin to take you around and out to play basketball?
Well, I started playing when I was about 4,
Okay.
and then I started playing at a park. I would say about 5,
Okay.
6.
All right. And I wish we had a lot more time, Ben, but I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I want you to go into the time machine with this and give me 10 more years in your life. Where do you think you see yourself as an adult in life? Maybe playing or working or profession?
My dream is to be in the NBA.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. And if not the NBA, possibly playing in Europe or Mexico,
Yes.
or there's all kinds of places to play, correct? Okay. Quick question for you, because I'm going to go to your brother here in a moment. But the persons that are watching the program, the people that know you or don't know you, and you want to invite them to the club, what would you tell them?
I would tell them it's a very good experience if you like the game,
Mm-hmm.
if you enjoy the game, and just be ready.
Okay. All right. Ben Hernandez, we're going to now pass it to your brother here, Alex. And of course, Alex the second, or the junior in the chain of command, so to speak. But Alex, how are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for coming. It's good to talk to the younger players in this game, because I'm at the adult level and I see them at that age, and they still like the game, but they're not organized.
Yeah.
And I wish it was more organized at their level. But right now, you're in the prime of life. You're enjoying what you do in school and being a member of the club. Talk about the importance the impact it's having on your life right now.
Well, I have been playing basketball for a long time. Being at the club has taught me, or it has improved my game a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned a variety of new skills.
Okay.
And
I want to say, it's not to cut you off, but I say skills, both offense and defense. Okay. All right. Let's talk about some of the players that you like, some of the role models out there that you follow, whether they're NBA or college.
I honestly don't have a preference as
Okay.
when it comes to players, but if I had to choose one, it'd probably be Kevin Durant.
Ah, okay. And position you like to play, or they have you playing right now?
Shooting guard.
Okay. All right. And some of the things you've been able to do as a member of the club, travel out a little bit to some of the games or events?
Yes. I'm on the travel team, so I went with my teammates to go see a fight,
Okay.
as well as a Sparks game.
Okay. All right. And I forgot to ask you the school that you go to.
Yeah, Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Okay. And would you say that a lot of the parents or some of the players on the school, if there is a school team, are they part of the club as well?
Well, my teammate Jordan
Okay.
goes to the school as well.
Okay.
He is also on the team at school as well.
Okay.
So, but
All
he's
right.
the only one that goes.
Okay. And your grade?
I'm going to 8th grade.
Oh, okay. So the CYO or CYA, I believe, is where you played. All the Catholic schools play each other, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And did you have a team this past season?
C team.
No, did you have a team this past
Oh.
season at Our Lady?
Yes.
And how'd you do?
We did pretty good. We went to the playoffs.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we did not go to the championship,
Okay.
but we still made it.
Okay. So you have championship level playing. That's really good. Talk about your school subjects. What do you like?
My favorite subject is math.
Mhm.
Second would probably be English.
Ah, okay. College? Any college in particular you're looking at?
I kind of want to go to Yale
Okay.
in particular.
Ah.
Yeah.
But then I should have asked maybe high school first. That was a correct question. High school and then college. But in high school, any one in mind?
Probably Salesian.
Ah, Salesian. Like father, like son. That's good. That's a good choice. Okay. And same question for you. Other players out there that don't know you but will know you now because they've seen you on our show. Advice to their parents or to them as to how to join the club.
Well, I highly encourage you to go because it'll improve your game a lot. It'll help you out as a player, and you'll make new friends as well. So
Okay.
you have a great time.
Okay. Now here's our third member here for the segment with the players, and we're speaking with Noah Contreras. And how you doing, Noah?
Good. How
Okay.
about you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for coming on the program. How do you feel right now?
I feel good.
Okay.
Just being here.
Not nervous though, right? You
not
look
really.
pretty natural, right?
Mhm.
Okay. You first question again, like I mentioned to your club members. How did you join the club?
My dad started the program, so I was there ever since it started.
Okay.
So I've been there seeing most of their tactics, strategies, and training and everything.
Okay. So being the son of the founder and the director, you're still really having a lot of fun with meeting other players, other club members so far?
Yes, of course.
Okay. And let's talk about your personal side here. School you go to?
Ramona,
Okay. And what grade?
7th.
Okay.
Going to 7th.
And how old are you now?
I am 12.
Okay. All right. And your position you play?
Play wing, right
Okay.
side or left side.
Okay. And some of the favorites that you have, some players and some teams.
Kobe Bryant and that's all mostly.
Do you watch any college games like the NCAA tournament or the Final
No,
Four?
not really.
Not yet, huh? Okay. Maybe UCLA again might be in the spotlight because of the other Ball brother that's going to be going there, right? Okay. Now, what about teams? Do you follow any of the NBAs?
Either Lakers or Clippers.
Okay. All right. And into the future here now, your thoughts on going to the next level of school and then on to college. Talk about how you feel about that.
So I feel like as if I were to choose a college, I would go to either Stanford or Oregon.
Okay. And would you want to continue to play
Yes.
as well? Okay. School subjects. What's your best?
Social studies and science.
Okay. And let's see, Stanford, you probably will be applying pretty soon to get there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about the club activities. I know you're on part of the travel team, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about that. Any besides the tournaments, anything else you've been able to do?
Well, we go to Sparks games, and yeah, that's all.
Okay. Has the coaching staff or the parent group been able to hold a clinic or invite someone to come in and give you guys a clinic with both boys and girls?
Yes.
Talk about that for us.
They've invited a coach from Europe that has traveled the world learning the strategies
Okay.
of basketball and what works best and what strategies are good
Okay.
and bad to use.
Okay. And let's talk about some of the favorite things you do when you're unwinding and relaxing from schoolwork and from working out. Some music, movies?
Not really.
No? Okay. All right. Any books, maybe? Are you more looking into, say, like your dad, he likes to read a lot.
Is it Moby Dick and the series of unfortunate events?
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you an opportunity now to put the word out to some some of the folks, some of the youngsters that are out there, and the parents that are interested in coming out to enroll their children into the club, your advice to them?
Yes, the experience is very enjoyable, and it's not a waste of time, and it comes at an affordable price, $40 a month
Okay.
for a 2-hour class, Mondays and Fridays.
Okay. All right. I want to thank all three of you. I spoke with first Ben, Alex, and then Noah. Okay. So that'll do it for our players tonight. We're going to come right back and almost into our final segment. We're going to bring in another parent and George Contreras right back with us here on East LA Sports Scene. Don't go away. And welcome back to our final segment here on East LA Sports Scene. We've really devoted a lot of time to this very special program, the East Los Angeles Basketball Club, with the youth, of course, being their focus here. And we're going to continue to bring you information, bring you the individuals that are a big part of this club. We've spoken to Alex Hernandez. We've also spoken to George Contreras on my far left. And now it's time to meet Lisette Bautista.
Hello.
Oh, how are you?
Good. I'm great.
Good. Thank you for coming. And very quick question: your involvement with the club, and you have a child that's in the program.
Yes, I have two boys. Jordan, the one that was here earlier, and
okay.
Joaquin is sitting out there.
Okay.
Coach Alex Hernandez, he's their coach at Our Lady of
Okay.
Guadalupe,
Nice.
and he invited us to go there to the club. So my boys they really love basketball. So we usually play for the parks, City Terrace, Evergreen, but it's seasonal. It's 2 months.
Right.
So my boys, they just want to keep playing and playing. So Coach Alex invited us to join the club, and we've been fans ever since.
Okay. Wonderful.
Then with the basketball travel team, it's just become like a little family. It's
Yes.
these boys, and we're trying to get them out and just have that family vibe so they can play better on the court.
Okay. And of course, being a parent of two boys, that's got to put lots of extra time
Yes.
that you have to devote to that, to them being in the program and learning from it and benefiting. Your thoughts on having a regular life and then also that part of your life?
Because I love basketball myself, and I used to play in high school.
Okay.
So I understand the commitment you need to be in there. And yes, it's 2 hours, and we practice 4 times a week. But I do
Okay.
it, it's them first, and I'm second.
Okay. Well, I've got to highlight the fact that you did play the game. I respect you for that, and I commend you. And can you tell us the school you played at?
Yes, I played for Our Lady of Guadalupe for elementary. Then I went to play for Montebello High School because my mother didn't want us to go to Garfield or Roosevelt, because back then it was, Los Cholos,
Oh.
and she didn't want us to,
Okay.
it wasn't a good
Different
back
environment,
then.
Yeah.
So I went to play for Montebello High School.
Okay.
So now, that East LA is up and coming. It's nothing like it was before. I'm proud to have my boys playing there.
Yes. Oh, good. Good.
My senior year, I messed up I tore my ACL and my meniscus,
Oh.
and that was the end of me.
Ooh.
So because I wasn't prepared with education, I kind of went downhill from there, and I
Okay.
became a very early teen mom
Okay.
because of
Okay.
that. So
Okay. Well, you had the passion for the game, and you still do.
I do.
Lisette, briefly now, that parent that's out there interested, what would you advise them if they're interested but they want more information?
I just recommend for them to go, because it's not just the kid has to love the sport, or if it's not just that, it's, we have coaches that they are like mentors for the children.
Yeah.
It's something to keep the kids off the street. It keeps them active. And as a parent, yes, I'm tired. I want to go home after work. I'm tired. I need to cook and wash and do all that stuff. But it's worth it, because your child is making new friends, and they're getting educated. They're getting mentored. Coach always tells them, keep your grades,
Yep.
respect your peers. So it's not just basketball and just to keep them home. It's a lifelong learning. They're getting a good foundation. So,
Okay.
and just to have it in East LA,
Yeah.
I mean, we're proud. We're very proud.
As I
to be
said,
there.
not only is it convenient, it is community building
Yes.
as well, because the word will travel out from here. And next thing you know, instead of 30, it's going to be 50, and then maybe 75 and 100. So we see definitely a growth factor. Last question is that if you have a parent who has some skills, I think I mentioned it to Alex, but a skill set that wants to come in, who does, say, accounting or does tutorials, anything that has a skill to add to your collection of parents, what might you say to them?
They are very welcome, because you know, the parents that have the basketball skill are helping with that. I'm trying to help with fundraising. Everyone, every whoever can contribute anything to the club, just it's gonna make it better. We welcome them. He's very nice and he's very welcoming. You know, it's like we're all like a family now, and
Okay.
so I support everyone just to come out.
Okay,
It's a
and
great
there,
organization.
and there you hear it right here from a parent herself who's seen the benefits of having her sons play and grow in the club. And you couldn't ask for a better formula than that, because it's all about the love of not only your children, it's a love for the game. And thank you, Lisette, for coming.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you for
Now
having
we're going to go right back over to George Contreras. He's been our leader of the pack tonight and the CEO of the club. And Coach, I always leave time for the final word from you to our viewers. But I wanted to ask just one other question before. In the event that, say, a parent is maybe borderline, would like to, because of a financial, just be upfront with that, that may not be able to put that money out. Are there scholarship opportunities to small or to, you know, to a reasonable amount?
Yes,
that you might be able to help
Thank you
them
for
with?
bringing it up, because that is very important to us, especially, you know, coming from East LA. Yes, there is financial assistance or scholarships for their kids to participate in the program. We made it a point that when we started the club, we weren't going to turn anybody away.
Okay.
As long as they wanted to work and develop, we were going to take them and figure out the rest after that.
Beautiful.
So, you know, thank you for that, because, yes, there are scholarships.
Okay. And on the closing remarks, Coach, anyone you'd like to look into the camera and give a message to, or ask them to come and support you? It's all yours.
We welcome everyone. We want everybody to come out. You know, we teach as much as we can, not only basketball, but about life. The importance of academics. Our doors are always open. Like we said, Mondays and Fridays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We go 8 sessions a month, and everyone's welcome to come. We have a great board, and our coaches are amazing. You know, they've been volunteering their time for over a year, and we're blessed to have them on board. You know, and also, you know, great parents and a great support system.
Okay. And we want to be part of your supporting team as well, East LA Sports Scene. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Lisette, thank you very much. George, I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again, okay?
Thank you so much.
And of course, to you, our viewers, thanks for watching this edition of East LA Sports Scene. We hope you've learned quite a bit and how to approach. We will be giving you information on the program, how you can reach out to the club itself. And if you're a parent, again, Monday and Friday is the best night to come out and get more information directly from the staff. So, on behalf of Eric Sarney, Rico Cabrera II, and yours truly, Rico Cabrera I, thanks for watching this edition of East LA Sports Scene. We hope to see you again right here on our next program. And whatever you do, remember, stay healthy. You will be wealthy, because you're going to need to do any one of these sports to the minimum degree to keep your cardios going, keep your heart rate and your health going. And of course, if you're a walker, there's the East LA College track, high school tracks, anywhere in our community. As we now know, there's the Boyle Heights Bridge Runners, and there's a new group forming around Evergreen. Is it Resurrection, the cemetery? Evergreen Cemetery. So lots of opportunities are out here for our community. We encourage each and every one of you, parents and children, get out there and exercise and work out together. You'll really feel the difference in weeks and in months to come. So we'll see you in our next edition. Thanks for watching, and always take care. See you soon.